I wondered the same thing, Phil. It turns out snow is not the only type of weather that can impact construction projects like this. There is another type of weather that we really experienced today when we climbed to the top, sorry bosses, when we climbed to the top of that new bridge that will soon carry I-70 traffic. The largest rock blast along I-70 happened today. It's the reason the project hits the brakes on traffic multiple times during the week.
Westbound I-70 traffic will be traveling over our heads right here on top of this big structure.
We had a good look at that stopped traffic from atop the bridge that will be westbound I-70 by the end of 2027. Eastbound I-70 is supposed to be reconstructed by the end of 2028.
It's a very tight timeline to build 10 different bridges for this 8-mile section of I-70, and especially this big segmental bridge that we're standing in here at the bottom of Floyd Hill.
Work from this height has its views, like the lack of snow on the mountains. The timeline to complete this project has to have benefited from a pretty dry winter, right?
It has and it hasn't.
Project director Kurt Kionka explained that just because winter hasn't brought much snow, it hasn't meant no weather at all.
But once we got into the winter, we really started seeing a lot of wind up here.
The wind was blowing today, a warm, sunny day, which has prevented some work over the last few months.
And wind is not very good for our aerial activities, where we're picking stuff with a crane. That essentially shuts us down.
It's not as though the dry weather has not helped. The east section of the project, closest to the metro area, actually finished 6 months ahead of schedule because there were no delays laying new asphalt.
So let's say we had a lot of weather in the fall and temperatures got really cold really fast, we wouldn't have been able to complete it until this summer because of the asphalt.
Even with snow in the forecast for Friday, the bridge building should not be greatly impacted.
There are some activities that you can do while it's snowing. You know, we're drilling a lot of big holes in the ground to support the future bridge. That can go in inclement weather.
And the rock blasting should be done this summer, meaning less time drivers have to stop altogether. The overall timeline for construction and construction traffic, though, remains on schedule. Here's something pretty cool. This is a graphic of how CDOT's going to build a bridge over 2 piers while traffic is below, over a creek as well. This pier and the pier in the distance are going to have this blue steel over here built on top, and somehow, I'm told it's really technical stuff, this is why I'm a journalist, not an engineer, that blue steel is called a formed traveler, built on both piers, and a week or two at a time it builds 15-foot sections of the bridge until they meet in the middle, and hopefully they meet in the middle if you're doing it from 2 different directions. That's going to be cool to watch. I think there might be a live stream of it, but we'll have to check in. I think construction on that construction starts later next month.